Now, this is a team where the Blue Jays can make an interesting trade with. The Blue Jays resume regular season action today with a 50-41 record. And while being 9 games above 500 isn't bad, I think the Blue Jays want to improve this trade deadline in order to make those playoff hopes a reality. And I think that there are 2 players that the Blue Jays need to get in order to reach that hashtag next level. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Blue Jays Today. In this one, we're going to talk about how the Blue Jays need to add 1 bullpen arm and 1 right-handed bat in order to boost this team moving forward. Surprisingly enough, the Blue Jays bullpen is actually doing pretty good this season. They're currently ranked 5th in the MLB with a 3.63 ERA. But we know the Blue Jays don't have that much pitching depth, and they've been decently healthy this season. And honestly, 1 or 2 guys falling off the map and a couple injuries, and this bullpen is looking pretty bad. Plus, you're going to want some high leverage guys to pitch out of a jam in the 5th or 6th innings when it comes to the postseason. And why do the Blue Jays need a right-hander? I thought the whole problem was we need lefties. Well, guys, things change. The problem has now reversed on the Blue Jays, and the Jays actually struggled this season hitting southpaws. They're hitting a team OPS of 700 against lefties versus 751 against righties. So the Blue Jays could definitely use an improvement in these 2 areas, and I believe I have a team that has 2 players that could exactly solve those 2 problems.
Time for a quick shout out to Betway. Betway is the best place to make all of your sports bets on all of your favorite teams. Betway is also in collaboration with iGaming Ontario. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content.
And the team is the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are sitting at a horrible 26-65 record this season and really have no other choice but to unload some of their players. And 2 players that the Blue Jays should try and acquire this season are Scott Barlow and Matt Duffy. A big shout out goes to our friends at Blue Jays Nation who inspired this video and go into it really in depth on their website. Now, we've talked about Scott Barlow on this channel for probably ages, and it goes without saying, yeah, it's time to get him. Even though this season he is struggling with a 4.09 ERA and a whip of 1.33, he's a great buy low now candidate. With 2 years on his contract and an ERA of 3.21 and a whip of 1.22, the Blue Jays should look to add Scott Barlow to their bullpen and pitch him in these high leverage situations. And while they're shopping in Kansas City, you might as well add Matt Duffy. Now, don't let Matt Duffy's 695 OPS fool you. If we look deeper at Matt Duffy and what kind of role he'd be actually playing on the Toronto Blue Jays, he'd most likely just be a situational pinch hitter against lefties. Because this season, when he hits against the southpaw, he has a 304 batting average and an OPS of 810. And instead of keeping Brandon Belt, who bats 417 OPS against lefties, or Kevin Biggio in the game, who has a 301 OPS, hey, you could put in Matt Duffy. And if the Blue Jays are willing to pay just a little bit for Scott Barlow, you could put those 2 together in a nice little package deal. And yeah, I know, it's not extremely sexy or cool like some other trade ideas out there, but hey, you gotta make these little trades to help your team win a championship. But guys, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this potential trade? I mean, Kansas City will be selling some dudes, so Jays, ring, 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 let's go. And thank you so much for watching, and as always, guys, go Jays go!